Thanks, Nicole. Really proud of our team for advancing to the semifinals of the Big Ten Championship. Today was a really difficult game, which we anticipated. I thought Ohio State gave us everything they had and played very well in the game. I was especially impressed with our offensive threat that we carried throughout the 90 minutes. And the team worked extremely hard to earn just a crucial victory. So delighted to advance, looking forward to Wednesday now. And again, very, very proud of our group.
We'll start questions off with Trent.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. So this week, you and your players kind of talked about coming out fast and how that was going to be a key part to this game. What do you think allowed your guys to accomplish that and get out to that early 2-0 lead in the first half?
I think it's the threat we carry, and we have different ways to score goals. And I actually don't think we started the game particularly well from a territory perspective or ball possession. But I also think that's natural in postseason play. You know, games are highly competitive; they're tense. There is let's be honest, there's a fear of getting eliminated, right? That's a real possibility when you're playing in this conference. So yeah, I think we managed all of that, the psychology of the game very well. And then our offensive threats, the multiple ways we can threaten the other team's goal. In the end, I think that made the difference in today's game.
Go ahead, Andre.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win today.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what a guy like Tiger Evans means as far as his impact on the team with playing further back in a fullback role this season, and then even getting further forward down that left-hand side, creating opportunities and goals like he did today.
I believe that's a great example of our depth and quality in our group, and we've been trying to really emphasize that. It's not so much about who starts the game, it's what you do when you're on the field for Penn State soccer. And Tiger's very much embraced that. He's dynamic, exciting, as you saw, really, really fun to watch in a 1v1 situation. I wish I could take credit for the substitution. He walks on the field and scores, so it made me look good, so I'll thank him for that later. But really dynamic, great energy to the team. And it's a nice thing to have in our group when the game maybe is kind of getting in that situation where it's a little bit level, it's, kind of back and forth. He comes in and can really make a big difference in the match.
Go ahead, Morgan.
So you guys have been very successful, but are there any areas that you want the team to work on? Yes,
absolutely. And a lot of them come down to game management and managing the 90 minutes. We are at the stage of the season, and everybody, the team is aware of this. We have a really smart group of student athletes. They know that there's the fine margins, the details are going to make a difference. I still believe, as much as I'm delighted that we scored 3 goals, that we can do better managing our offensive transitions and creating more clear-cut chances. I thought that at times we lost possession, and it puts you under a lot of pressure defensively. So that absolutely is going to have to improve if we want to achieve our goals this season.
Go ahead, Trent.
Coach, so how do you think this season of kind of quick turnarounds and playing every 4th day due to COVID is going to really help prepare your team for playing their upcoming game this week on really a short amount of time of rest and recovery?
That's a good point. We've handled that all season, in this, as you mentioned, very unusual season. And I think it will help us as we recover and get ready for Wednesday's game, whoever we play. We know we're going to have another outstanding Big Ten opponent. So I think that quick turnaround, one thing it's allowed us to do is just we have to sort of focus on the next game. We can't dwell too much on what happened today, either the good things, of which there are many, in my opinion. We scored some great goals. We did some really good things offensively. But we can't, dwell on that. We can't be too critical of ourselves for maybe some things that didn't go as well as we'd hope. We, really quickly turn our attention to the next match. And I think we're well prepared to do that.
Go ahead, Morgan.
Hi, I was also wondering if there were any pre or post game rituals that you have the team do on game days.
I think game days are really players' days, and especially in our sport. We were actually joking in the second half. We wanted a timeout. I think Coach Shrewsbury was at Jeffrey Field today. We could have used the timeout at one point to sort it out, but it's a players' game. So we have routines in terms of, team meals and how we do our scouting reports. one thing we do the day before the game, Morgan, is we try and have a really fun, upbeat practice that's free of too much coaching. We just want the players to kind of take a deep breath, relax, concentrate on having fun, and remember that the reason we do this because we love the game. We love playing together. We love representing Penn State, and this is just one of the most satisfying aspects of today's game is we get to play another game Wednesday. We get to keep the season going, and we try to have as much fun as we can the day before the game, and hopefully that helps the players have a clear mind prior to the kickoff.
All right, we have time for 2 more. So Andre and then Trent, and then we'll wrap things up.
Coach, what did you make of Liam and Callum's minutes coming in off the bench, and what do those minutes mean for the team here moving forward?
Big plus today. I'm really happy for those two personally. They both worked really hard through the recent injuries. So I think it's important, to get them on the field, to get a taste of real game competition again. I thought they both did well. Really, Callum and Luma are 2 very important players for us. So I'm delighted to see them back on Jeffrey Field for us.
All right, Trent, go ahead with the last question.
So, Coach, really, either team that you guys will play next week, either Michigan State or Michigan. I know, like, Michigan State played you guys to a really close game and defeated you guys earlier on this year.
Yep.
And the Michigan game was postponed due to COVID. So how essential do you think it'll be to get that fast start again early on and come out strong in that game?
I think it'll really be a factor, and we're really happy that we're at home. First of all, we love playing here at Jeffrey Field. We want to dominate and dictate the game, but we know that we'll have really strong opponents. So I think it's a fast start combined with managing the game as it goes. And it's, as I say, playoff soccer. And what you want to do in the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game is establish the dominance of the ball and establish the territory. In other words, where is the game going to be played? What part of the field? And if we can do that, regardless of whether it's the Spartans or the Wolverines, we'll have a chance. But we know it's going to be a really exciting, high quality collegiate soccer match Wednesday in the Big Ten semifinals. And we're really excited to get ready to compete again.
Perfect. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon, and thanks, Coach, for your time.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate your time.